Man,
Well, hey there, fuckers. So, after being inspired by sudden fuckery last night, we decided, fuck it, we're going to do a second game night. So, last time we did a downtime activity for these guys in the crew, or these guys and I don't know, these people. Wait, no, never mind. Uh, so they decided that after leveling up and getting their characters all in order and deciding to wait on the rest of the crew to make a decision for the crew's level up, that they were going to take on mysterious male number, fuck, what number is that? Number 6, the ichor stained letter containing messy and acrid smelling piece of paper. As Eddings said, it smells like a lab. And it stated for them to come visit the Dimmer sisters, especially the angry one. We join our heroes in their lair. What the fuck are y'all doing today?
I assume we're gonna go get stuff and then go see what the Dimmer sisters would like to hire us for. They are well known as cultists. So.
They are indeed well known as occultists. For those joining us at home, the Dimmer sisters are basically the twins from The Shining, but they torture demons and ghosts for fun. I would say they're like the Addams family, but honestly, they're more like Edgar and Ellen from the Nickelodeon show Turned Up to 11.
So, do we need to know this?
am I just too old for that reference? Because what was that?
Edgar and Ellen?
Yeah, what's Turning Up to 11? I've never heard of that before. I'm just going to have to do some Googling.
Oh, God. Edgar and Ellen was a Nickelodeon show that was basically Wednesday and Pugsley Addams, but they're twins. You know, for legal purposes, they were legally distinct, but other than that, there really wasn't much of a difference.
Oh, the book series. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, there was a TV show for it too.
I remember the books. I didn't know they got, hey, good for them.
Yeah.
Way to come up.
By the way, Vixen, if you've been talking this whole time, you are muted. So you guys are currently in your lair, a abandoned set of train cars at the spooky end of a track, where it kind of just trails off and the bridge that used to be there crumbles into the river. You have an invitation from the Dimmer sisters. How would you like to go about your day? Is there anything you'd like to do before visiting the Dimmer sisters, or are we going to our way there?
I'm ready to go. Like whatever everyone else wants to do, but yeah, whenever we're ready to go, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
All right. It sounds like we're gonna. You find yourselves outside of the Demmer sisters' mansion. Your contact Stephen Wolf greets you at the front door because you guys actually, as a crew, all collectively know a Dimmer brother. It's not like they're actual brothers or actual sisters. They all just kind of do the same stuff. The brothers, they're useful because they can carry stuff. So, Steppenwolf meets you up and goes, "Hey guys, welcome to the menagerie. So, I hear Paula and Paulette wanted to see you. Something about a trinket that you guys got to get. I don't fucking know. Go on in." They keep all that heebie-jeebie stuff to themselves whenever it gets all top secret, spooky, trying to fuck with demons. Annie lets you into the Dimmer Sister Mansion, which is a decrepit old mansion covered head to toe in basically every Lovecraftian trope you could imagine except racism.
Love that.
Okay.
Vixen, I see you unmuted, but nothing's coming out of you. Do you got your headset muted too? Technical difficulties.
Ooh.
Do, 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 do. Phenomena. Do, 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 do.
Phenomena. Do.
Well, okay. While we're waiting, Evans will look over the books. She's back.
Yes,
Yay, welcome back, Vixen.
yes, they are.
Yes, we got you.
Gotcha.
I was hearing everything though, so you don't have to worry about recaps.
Awesome. And I paused while we waited for you. So technical difficulties hopefully over.
Thank you for your patience.
You're fine. Internet, schminternet. So you are inside the Dimmer Sisters mansion. Eddings, you said you were looking over some books.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take a look to see what they got for if there's a library shelf or something.
There's not so much a library shelf because the one characteristic this place has in common, as Steppenwolf is leading you through it, is that it is in. While there are some designated rooms like a dining hall and a kitchen and obviously a bathroom, there's not really any dedicated spaces. So you're just as likely to find a bathroom full of kitchen utensils as you are a library full of toilets. The whole place is just utter chaos. It is not organized in a manner that you would be able to follow.
I like their style.
But if you happen to run into some books on your way by, you can take a look at them if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna thumb through them. Just kind of glance at spines and
just seeing the title. It's not so much that they collect books like archaic texts or anything like that. There's a few esoteric texts from the time before the Shattered Sun that you find lying around that are really, really old, and you're wondering, are these copies or originals? And it's kind of hard to tell with them because of just how the place is set up. If they're originals, you'd be really impressed. You do find some schematics that they have for a demonic trap that they've been working on. It looks kind of half finished.
Okay. Eddings will kind of pause and look it over. Interesting.
Okay.
But if it were just if Steppenwolf was leading us through, he's not Eddings.
He's leading you. He's leading you there, but he's not dragging you. If you wanted to stop, you could.
No, but I will keep that. Make a note of what room it's in.
Okay. It is in the second floor tea room on the right-hand side.
Okay.
BG's pretty solidly stoic and is just she's here for business time. She knows what she wants and that's where she's going to go. On the way out, I might look at other things, but for now, I'm here for the mission. And so I want to get straight to them.
Okay. So
Lily is very much investigating with their eyes. So.
Okay. Lily, is there any particular thing you're looking for?
When it comes to things, it's just anything that looks old or looks undusted.
Okay. Roll me a D6 for survey.
D6 for survey. 5.
Okay, you got a 5. So there is plenty that you see that is undusted, which is unsurprising.
Yeah.
You do notice, you're not quite sure, but out of the corner of your eye, you notice a placard and it looks a lot like a very, very, very old version of your family's crest. Like 6 generations ago old.
Is it reach it? Like,
It is buried under a stack of books in a far corner.
Okay. I'm not gonna disturb their house, you know. I am a nosy person, so I am going to be looking, like, she's gonna be looking around, but don't touch it, right?
Steppenwolf sees you noticing it and goes, I can retrieve that for you if you'd like, although it will delay us. But
I'll
I
take
do
a
not.
delay. I'll take that.
And he goes, I do not recommend anyone outside of the family scrounging around in here unless you wish for a sudden and quick demise. Although you would all be great additions to the menagerie we have here.
I intend to be no addition today. Can I have that?
And he goes and he gets it and he hands it to you. And what it is it is a 80-year-old ledger book from your like great 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 grandmother.
Hmm.
And he looks it over and he recognizes your family's crest, which I assume you have somewhere on your person. And he goes, "Ah, yes, we should be returning that to you, family."
Because she like wants it. Can I have that since I am the family?
We will have to run that by Paulette, but I don't see a reason why not. And so you arrive on the 4th or 5th floor. You're not quite certain. The staircases took kind of a turn there for a bit, and you got a little disoriented. And you are presented to Paula and Paulette, the Dimmer sisters. Good evening.
So we got your letter.
Yes, we knew you would get the letter.
That's the point of the mail system.
Precisely. Let us have a look at you. Ah, Eddings, it has been a while. Our regards to Master Skurlock.
Indeed. Thank you. I will pass your regards along.
And the angry one. Yes, she will do nicely.
Glad you think I can be of service.
Nicely
Yeah.
for what, though? Let's get to talking on that.
Oh, you are here on business. My apologies. Paulette? It is at this point that Paulette turns around with an Ernheiler flask in her hand filled with some sort of noxious and bubbling liquid, looks at you all through lab goggles, sets it down. And by sets it down, I mean she literally just puts it wherever she can find purchase. And she speaks and says, "Good evening. Yes, I was the one who primarily reached out to you. I am Paulette Dimmer. I need you to retrieve a trinket for me."
And your trinket leads to what accomplishment?
Oh, it's nothing. It's a personal heirloom, but I do so need it back. I would suggest being careful with it, as the spirit of our great great granduncle resides in it, and you might not want to let him or his familiars out. But other than that, it's simple. You just have to break into the police headquarters in Bright Hall and take it from the evidence lockup. We don't know why, but I lost it while we were out shopping one day. He does
You're
like,
out shopping?
well, Uncle does like to wander. And it somehow got caught up in some nasty business with, I believe, a gang you're familiar with known as the Lost. And the police took it, and I just dearly want it back.
in safer hands with the police than the lost, at least. Because we know they'll never find it.
Do we have any way, like this is amongst the group specifically for our GM, is there a way for us to get in contact with Draven?
Yeah, Draven exists in the world. In fact, you guys left him at your lair this morning. He was pulling his boots up and lacing them and about to go out on the town.
If it's possible for us to consult some guidance, or perhaps, this would be a good time for a flashback. Maybe I already have knowledge from Draven about how we could go about this and attract the least amount of attention.
Okay. Are you calling a flashback?
I'm going to wait till they finish, and then once they're done and I have complete instructions, then I'm going to call flashback.
Okay. In this regard, if you help us, we will work to provide you with much more access to the arcane than you currently have. You, Angry One, I know are studying to become one of us, perhaps?
Yes, that is correct.
One of us?
Well, we at the Dimmer Sisters here can provide you a facility to study, which would for sure aid in speeding along your endeavors.
That'd be appreciated. So, yeah.
And of course, Eddings, should you need any spirit bottles, we can obviously furbish those for you.
We'll be quite useful.
And then Paula speaks up and looks over at Lily and goes, and you can give your grandmother regards, should you help us. And you can keep the book, most definitely.
I'd like to keep the book either way.
You never asked to
that.
keep the book. They just said you could.
Well,
Well, ta-ta, I have to get back to work. And I must help her study. Steppenwolf, if you would be a dear. Got it. And with that, you are escorted out of the mansion. Is there anything anyone would like to attempt to take, steal, do, whatever on your way out?
We happen to walk by that same room again. I'll look over the designs a little bit.
It's an incomplete design, but roll me, let's see, let me pull up your sheet. Roll me a study, which I believe for you is 1d6.
Yep.
And we'll see if you get enough of it that you could be able to copy it and work on it later.
I have a thing I want to grab. You know how fancy CEOs have that table of alcohol? Do they have something like that?
Yes, but it's unlabeled chemicals.
Great.
So you got a 6 for your study. You recognize this very well, and we will work on adding a ritual for demon trapping to your book later.
Okay. Justin. Excellent work. Continue. He's not going to be rude about it, but he's just curious in his
Yeah. You'll get to work on that later. Oh.
Yeah, I want them on my good side, so I'm not going to disturb anything yet.
I just want one bottle of wine.
Steppenwolf looks at you and goes, I can have some delivered, I don't recognize that bottle of boric acid you are trying to carry out.
At the mention of the word wine, BG is going to kind of like break her like stoic focus for a second and be like, wait, what other liquors can you have delivered?
Well, this
PG,
is
PG, everything could be delivered right now. That's
Well,
our job.
this is Duskwall, and I believe you know a hawker named Juno who might be able to procure more than myself, as we are limited to legal aspects within the city in order to keep the spirit wardens out of our hair.
BG is going to reach kind of into her like side pouch and pull out her flask and kind of jiggle it. And it's about 80% empty. And just, is there anything you can do to maybe help me keep focused on this mission?
Oh,
That's a hot idea.
Wait at the front gates. And Steppenwolf goes back inside. And then he comes back outside, but like through a side gate 3 blocks down that you guys didn't even notice because their mansion does that thing where when you're staring at it, it forces perspective onto it. And so it looks smaller than it actually is.
Another fact is that the servants' quarters would be at the back and have a completely separate entrance.
Mm-hmm. He's not really a servant, but...
Oh, that's where you keep the
Yeah.
wine. In the
Yeah,
kitchen.
yeah.
There's always an exit in the kitchen.
And he comes out and he goes, I have Pinot Noir.
Pinot.
I have Moscato Blanc. And
Yeah.
I have, well, I don't know the name of this, but it certainly packs a punch.
I'll take that pack
Yeah,
punch.
one.
And he literally hands you a bottle with 3 X's on it.
All right, sweet. All right. Hey,
Like,
Lily,
no, yeah,
darling,
cool. What?
let me fill up my flask first, and you can have the rest. I need it for now, you need it for later. That work for you?
Why can't we just no, it doesn't work for me. Fine.
You need the full bottle?
Yeah.
Here, there's a second bottle.
There we go. That sounds way better.
Give me the second bottle. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. You can have the full second bottle. We'll save my first bottle for when we got everybody. And it'll be a
Sounds
great
good.
night.
All right. Bet.
After a few punches in the face, you'll appreciate it, okay?
I can bank this whole thing by myself. I'm positive of it.
So for those of you looking on the map, the Dimmer sisters are in the docks. Their thing is up. So we
You're
are
cutting out.
Am I better now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So the Dimmer sisters are down here on the docks. And the thing you need is up here in Brightstone. And I believe, BG, you were considering calling a flashback for Draven.
Yes. So Draven and I shared history. So I'm assuming that somewhere in our conversations, we would have had some kind of discussion about what my father would have been like, what my mom would have been like in jail, all that good stuff. So I'm assuming we had some sort of conversation about police lockup.
Yes, you would have had some sort of conversation. Are you trying to recall one or a specific bit of knowledge?
I'm going to go for the recalling the specific bit of knowledge that will aid us in this mission.
Okay, well, you'd have to get into evidentiary lockup, which is going to be in the basement. And there are only 3 access points. A freight elevator out the back for when they have to deliver large objects. The stairs through the front door of the police department. And a small side entrance that is really only used when the coroner needs to take a smoke.
Okay, I have 2 follow-up questions.
Okay.
The first is, do we know much about security detail or what shifts they're working, how many people would be there at what time? Would that have been in this conversation?
So, in terms of security, you could have observed this, and Draven also will tell you they don't do much security work because they are the largest building in Brightstone outside of the mayor's tower. And so they have a large yard that has the perimeter patrolled by policemen with dogs, or bluecoats with dogs.
Okay.
And that's really it. If you can get past that, it's an open field that you have to cross that will take a good minute to cross because it's about 400 feet from the gate to the actual compound.
Okay.
But other than that, they don't really feel the need for security because with what they have, if they spot you, then they pretty much have you cornered inside of a fenced-in area.
Got it. Last question is, how much pull does Lord Skurlock have in Brightstone? Is it enough that we can ask him for a favor and perhaps pull a little distraction for us?
A favor, yes. A distraction, no.
Okay.
He has an amount of pull, but
I got a distraction.
if you will remember from last time, yesterday, Brightstone is an area where the Bluecoats are more on alert for you because they just can't quite get their nose right.
So this is going to be a hot area going into it. So we either need a really good plan, a solid distraction, or we need someone with power to have our back. All right. What do y'all think?
I am not particularly good at.
Yes. Tell me, Adams. Well, he's just looking at Edens for a second, like waiting for that idea that he had.
The obvious
do.
choice. What's that?
We do have some people who have power. And there's nothing saying that we can't take up some dirt on people who have power and make it still happen.
We also do have henchmen.
Yeah.
We just send out men to start some crap, start a fight in the yard, distract the cops, and then we sneak in.
Derek perks up at the mention of henchmen and just kind of goes, boss, I don't do henchmen.
Hey, Mr. Pre. You're our favorite. We wouldn't be sending you in.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
We wouldn't send you in.
Yeah, we wouldn't send you in. You're our favorite, Mr. Pre. I just like highlighting that his last name is Pre. But don't we have like 15 others?
Well, that would depend. You guys haven't really done much outside of your lair, where you have looks like 2 cohorts that are elite adepts. So you have Spree and one other one currently, because you're a relatively low-level gang. And yeah, the other one is currently unnamed. I think we had a name for him, but it got lost to the annals of time, and Spree hits him over the head anytime he tries to talk.
So there goes that plan. I was going to use some bodies to get out of our way. All right.
Yeah, and you're currently a Bitcoin poor, so.
Walk in the front door?
You could. I mean,
what if we walk in all 3 doors?
You could. That is entirely up to y'all.
It's just an evidence locker in the basement.
With a family heirloom that's known to be haunted.
Yeah.
In an area where you're mildly wanted.
But the fairly could be handled. It's okay.
My concern is everyone out on the yard. Now I'm willing to sacrifice, but then that means we only have 2 bodies that can go in. Do we have any capabilities Would Toxan have left anything around that maybe we can use for an explosion?
Are you going to call a flashback?
That's you remember Tox. I would remember Toxan making up chemicals for an explosion.
Yeah, I wouldn't as much as Lily would have. Yeah. So
I
that
definitely had a flashback that Toxan and I like.
She discussed an explosion and you were like working with her to get it?
So I was involved in my own study and research, and she was like, "Look at this thing. It's almost there." Yeah, okay. You know how your best friend keeps coming up to you when they got the new piece of information and they just speak gibberish at you for a hot second, but you can tell they're excited?
Yeah. Okay, so
Like, what happened? And well, Lily is good at the listening part.
okay. So because you weren't really listening, I'm going to give that to you, but I am going to say take 2 stress to remember it.
My brain hurts.
Because you had to actively recall something you passively remembered.
Listen, I remember all the times my siblings annoyed me. I'll take your stress.
All right, so there is a chemical back at your lair that Toxan has made. It's not quite potent enough to break through a brick wall, but it is loud and it will make a dent.
Okay. So we can make this chemical compound, but the issue is I'm stealthy, but I'm not fast. And I also take up a lot of space. So
I think we should
someone has to be able to do it and run so they don't get caught.
because well, yeah, we could do it and run. So if you use the smoke closet, the smoking exit,
Mm-hmm.
that's the one that it's gonna be the least watched right this second.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because anyone who goes out there is taking a break from their job.
Mm-hmm.
And
Stop my smoke break.
like you punch those numbers, that thing comes off you, leaving everyone else alone, taking your 5 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah. All right. So we do it at the smoke exit. Who is going to be the person to plant it, and then run away so that we can enter through? Wait, question. Because my idea was to set it off as an explosion somewhere in the yard to bring all of the milkshake is going to bring all my boys to the yard to pull them away from the actual structure, not to try to blow through a wall or anything. It was just to be a distraction so that it would move bodies away from where we're trying to go, a diversion, if you will.
It's at this point in your convoluted plan that Derek goes, why don't you guys just put in a request to get it pulled from evidence and returned to the family?
Who has enough pull to do that?
That's a great idea.
I mean, it's a good idea, but they don't like us.
Listen, we can at least put in the paperwork. We just have to put the dimmer stamp on it.
I mean, it'll
I
take
might
like
be able
3.5 weeks, but you'll get it done.
But what if I want it now?
Oh, well, then.
Is there a deadline on this project?
There's not. There is absolutely not a deadline on this project. But Derek's just over there like, Jesus fucking Christ. I
And
thought you guys were geniuses.
That's why you're a sidekick, Derek.
Yep.
Leave the big boy thoughts over here.
Yeah, wasn't one of you guys a cop?
That's Draven. He's not here.
One of us was the cop, the other was just a traveler.
I'm the child of a cop and a criminal. Very different.
Cop and a criminal. You
So,
got it after the fact. This is true.
So we go one or more of us, or one of us goes, walks in the front door, files a request to have property returned to.
Yeah, I'll walk in the front door and I'll file the request. and then I'll walk past the front desk and I'll go pick up the item myself. But I filed all your paperwork.
Okay, so you're at the police station.
Oh no,
All three of us? We're
Yep.
all
I
three of
don't
us
know if
gonna
we're
go in?
ready for that.
Yep. Oh no, there is no ready. Welcome to the game, guys. It's flashback planning. So you're at the police station. You filled out the paperwork. You're waiting on them to retrieve the item. BG, where are you at?
I had an idea. BG, you're muted.
Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, because I had a question because you just said that they're on their way to retrieve the item, but previously you said it could take 3 weeks. So I need to clarify, are they getting it right now? Because if so, I'm doing nothing. If it can take 3 weeks to get this done, I'm busting some heads.
Well, you put in the request, and so as a courtesy to you, they're going to verify that the item is there. But the paperwork does have to go through bureaucratic red tape bullshit.
So could I be escorted to the item to verify its authenticity?
Well, ma'am, we don't usually let anyone back here.
I know.
You look kind of familiar, but do you have anything to convince me to change my mind and break policy for you?
I just appear behind her.
I dig it. I love it. I love this because Lily's short, right?
Yeah.
Lily's like barely over her 5 foot.
I am significantly larger. I look like I've been through hell, and I look like I do not care whose body I have to tear apart to get to what I want.
Lily looks like a pillow princess.
Yeah, you know what, ma'am? Your big scary friend there might want to rethink this situation. You're underground in the middle of a police precinct. But
You should.
I will say I go on break in 15 minutes and I leave the keys on the desk.
We'll take that.
My friend can't change how she looks. I'm sorry,
Thank you for that.
but I will tell her to try and ease your bitch face, girl.
And it's just my facial structure. There's really not much I can do about that. I'm sorry.
Okay, well then we're gonna learn to contour your face a little bit happier. So, all right, these 15 minutes. Do you is there a waiting room?
If you come back down here in 15 minutes and I'm gone, you're going to have about 10 minutes before the next shift arrives. At that point, I don't care what happens.
I hope you enjoy your night. I hope you enjoy your night. Make sure you get some good takeout.
All right, then.
Take out my flask and just offer it. Facial expression doesn't change.
Not until their break, BG. They're still on the clock. And
exactly.
Lily will put a hand in between, but then take the flask and take a sip and give it back.
I will also take a sip. Just put it back in my pocket.
Okay, so I surveyed the desk while we're standing there right now with a very obvious, where are those keys on the desk that we were talking about? Okay.
They're currently on his hip. He's not on break yet.
Right. But I'm surveying what the desks look like, so for when he leaves his keys on the desk.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I take BG and we leave. Right? For 15 minutes?
Okay. On your way back up the stairs, a sergeant kind of starts side-eyeing the three of you. Well, two of you, really. Eddings, there's not a wanted poster that looks vaguely similar to you 10 feet behind you.
Oh, that's right. That is totally a thing. Sitting in a waiting room would be a terrible idea.
Hence my desire to not want to walk into the police station and just file paperwork.
It still happens. So Out of character, I realized there was a beautiful idea where we could just put the liquid compound in like a freaking welcome basket and give it to the police officers.
It's never too late for that. They don't leave for 10 minutes.
No. I need to make sure that dude gets out on his break. I told him to have a good dinner.
Who cares about that? We're criminals.
You're a criminal. I'm just a troublemaker.
Are you two having this conversation
No,
in the police department waiting room?
No, this is way above the table.
Way out of the table. Like I said, I was like out of character. This was an idea I had when we rolled up.
All right, so we're getting very close to the actual action. So let me just go ahead and roll some dice. Ooh. So I will say because they haven't noticed you, you are in a controlled position, but your effect is reduced because they are suspicious of you generally. So basically, you guys got lucky and found a guard that does not give a fuck because he just worked a double.
The front desk is always the place to go, man.
And but the longer you're in this police station, the harder it is going to be for you to get out. Unnoticed, anyway.
Can I do a bit of a distraction for the guards? And as someone who is probably like, hey, anybody who's dealt with like criminal elements or stuff and who's somewhat familiar with these would probably be able to be like, that guy's a freaking whisper. Kind of feel to him.
Yeah.
See if they have and basically trying to get a bit of a distraction to take some attention away from those two.
Yeah, go for it.
And basically try to gain some information on like has there been any uptick in like ghost trouble and spirits causing problems?
Okay, so that
So you're looking
sounds
for work?
That's part of it.
that sounds like you're trying to get some work. It looks like it would be a. What do you think? Would it be a consort or a sway roll?
I'm thinking more towards consort. It's more of a rather than trying to persuade them for something, you're just trying to like just general gather information.
Okay. Roll me a d6 for that. That is a 6. Roll me another d6.
I don't know if I can do an entire heist tonight, unless it's kind of like our ghost battle.
It's going to be similar.
Okay.
So you got 2 d6s, which is a crit in this system. So you have in your dashing as leisure wear that's totally not associated with a foreign cartel. You've convinced 3 of the most desperate to impress rookies ever to give you a personal escort to the job board for whisper work. Okay. Which, given that it's late in the afternoon, about to switch over to night shift, is about half of the people in this waiting room.
All right.
There is a sergeant, the guy downstairs who is in charge of evidence lockup, and then off in his office there's the captain, but he is currently in a meeting with 2 random other people that you're certain aren't blue coats, but are not sure what they are.
Fair enough.
5 minutes goes by, 10 minutes goes by.
I'm already walking towards the front desk again at the edge of the 10 minutes. Like,
He
I'm already
tips his
gonna
hat
waste
to you.
my time.
He tips his hat to you as he passes and goes, "I'm sorry, ma'am. I cannot help you. My shift is over. If you don't mind waiting another 10 minutes, someone will be here to help you." And then he
Okay.
leaves.
No problem, sir. I'll wait. So she just is
Yeah,
going to look like the.
I'm opening the door.
Yeah.
Okay. So the item you are looking for is a locket of gold metal with a green stone on the front of it. And it was taken in a raid about 3 weeks ago.
Can I get a second flashback about how things are stored down here, so I know exactly where like recent confiscations may be, or like is this alphabetical order? Is it based on material, so that we're not just wandering the aisle?
Number. Last name.
Well, there's archival storage, which would be cases that have been closed. There's active case storage, which is anything that is currently going to trial. And then there's under investigation. You do, however, know that this locket is haunted, and it would likely fall under the specials category.
All right, going to specials, and we definitely are going to need all of us down here. So yeah, let's go
Are
straight.
you sure? Because I can stay up here at the desk and wait patiently for the 10 minutes.
You know what? That's a really good point. I think that I definitely need our spook down here, because they might have some sensory things that might assist us with being able to hone in on this thing faster. But I can go down there and search, and I think Lily is great to keep up there to be distracting.
She looks like an average
head down.
stinking human.
Yeah, the other two of us do not.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, I look like a demon and just kind of creepy.
He's kind of creepy, and he's kind of wearing the cartel uniform.
I'm actually like starting to think in like Gomez Adams or something.
Oh, yeah.
Something's just not right with that guy.
Yeah, Lily is always in a skirt. Just always.
Yep.
Sometimes it's got the shorts under it or whatever, but like needs the movement, you know? Thighs.
Us weirdos are gonna go down.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so you are in Specials Archive. It is basically, have you ever been inside the vault at a bank?
You act like I got money.
Yeah, he basically
I've
drawers.
seen Harry Potter. I know
It's a
what
bunch,
Green Gods looks like.
it's a bunch of metal
Walgreens.
drawers in the wall. And each one has a serial number labeled. So, how are you going to find this?
When the fine officer at the desk for the evidence locker was leaving, or when we submitted the paperwork, did he look in a book to see where the item was located?
Excuse me.
No, he did not. He just walked to the back, made sure there was something where it was supposed to be, and came back.
Did we need a key to get in?
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, Vixen.
I filled out paperwork. I
Uh-huh.
know which storage box would be mine.
You know the evidence tag. You don't know the exact storage box.
Mm-mm. So I couldn't recall anything. I couldn't flash back to anything in my filling out the documentation of legal paperwork.
If you want to call a flashback, it is anything that you can make sense.
I'm not bad enough to make sense.
All right. I've got something. Maybe I'm
got something
farthest, but are they standard metal boxes?
Mm-hmm.
How many are there?
120.
120. That's not too bad. Are they in not chronological order? Well, actually, yes. I would assume in this conversation we would have a chronological order conversation. So is it fair to assume that locker number 1000 is something that's more recent than locker number 248?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to knock on the most recent set of doors to listen for the sound inside. Because if it is a metal necklace with a metal chain inside of a metal chamber, it's going to sound like it. That would help narrow things down as opposed to money.
Okay, roll me a d20.
D20. All right, I'm going to do that in roll 20 because I don't trust my whatchamacallits.
Right? I was like, I got my D6 ready. Now my D20.
My D6 is great. My D20, I don't trust it. I don't trust any of them. Let me see.
Mine are so mad at me.
Come on. Do the thing. I gotta close my eyes. I'm scared. All right, fuck. I mean, it's not bad, but
So,
not great.
you knock starting at box 120, and you get about 11 boxes in, and you're not really hearing anything different. In fact, your kind of experience would lead you to believe these boxes are lined on the inside with some sort of dampening material.
Shit.
Hey,
But
that's good to know.
on the 11th box, the box knocks back.
Oh, that's probably the possessed one. Yeah, that leads me to believe that's the possessed one.
Yeah, actually, the other thing I was about to suggest was trying to attune and see if I can detect where the spirits in the immediate area, and to see if I can figure out which one is, if there are any, which one is the great uncle of the
Well,
sisters.
here's the thing. When it knocks back, 2 other boxes knock.
That's more lives to save. That's more ghosts. That's more power for me. Let's fucking go, buddy. Can I punch through these things? How can I open the door? Is it possible to punch through?
Well,
And pull it so hard it bends the metal.
Well, you could try to brute force it, or you could tell me how much load you took in here and, pick out something like burglary gear from your gear list.
Well, what do we have here? I may just have a load. Oh my goodness gracious. Why did that take so long to load? Gross. So yeah, we're just gonna say I brought burglary gear with me. Yeah, totally did that.
Okay, and I assume because you all went into a police station that each of you chose light load to reduce suspicion.
Totally did that. 100%. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to take one of your 3 boxes of load for burglary gear.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, how do you want to open it? Do you want to try to be quiet about it and use prowl? Or do you not give a fuck and you're just going to use skirmish?
So this would be a question to you as to like game mechanics, because I've got far more going for me with skirmish than I do with prowl. So how does that mean that if I use skirmish that I'm louder, but wouldn't that mean I'm more efficient with using skirmish? So wouldn't that be a better choice than prowl? I actually have to toss that back to you because this is just different than mechanics I'm familiar with.
So when you roll, a 1 to a 3 is a failure. A 4 and a 5 is success with a consequence. 4 would be a major consequence, 5 would be minor. That's my rule, not necessarily the game rule.
Mm-hmm.
And a 6 would be a success. A double 6, and I will never not give you a chance to get a double 6 until you're like way higher level and can just do it automatically.
Mm-hmm.
Like earlier, he rolled a 6 on something he had 1 dot in, and I told him to roll a second one just to see if he crit.
Yeah.
A double 6 crits, and it succeeds so goddamn well.
Okay.
It is. In this case, I am hinting that skirmish will be louder so that you are prepared in your mind for the possible consequences of going loud in the middle of a precinct.
Okay.
But you get a better
Probably not
chance at getting 6s if you roll the 3.
Yeah. It's just telling me logistically, like I've got 1 for prowl, got 3 for skirmish. Like I've got to go with skirmish just from.
Okay, you describe to me how you use these burglary tools and then roll 3d6.
Well, considering that they're metal and burglary tools are going to be metal, there's no way that I can avoid the sound of metal forcefully going into metal. And while I am trying to be gentle in my ring, there are just certain sounds that can't be not heard with the tools that I have. So I'm going to go ahead and roll. There we go. There's a third d6. Here we go. Come on.
Seeing that she's about to bust open the drawer, can I try to close the door so we can mitigate some of the sound?
Sure.
Okay.
I got a 3, a 4, and a 5.
3, a 4, and a 5. So that's a success with a minor consequence. So you bust open that first one, and there is indeed a locket that matches the description inside of it, but it's silver, not gold.
Mm-hmm.
So you know it's not the right one.
It knocks back, so I want to pocket it.
Okay, fair. We will deal with that later if you decide to do anything else with it. However, you did make a noise, and it's not so much that noise attracted the guards because they're kind of used to things going bump in the night down there. But whereas only 2 knocked back before, now 7 of the doors are knocking.
All right, so obviously there are more things in here that are awake than we think that they are. So I'm kind of going to look to, excuse me. I'm gonna kind of look to our specialist here. Eddings, is there any additional steps that you can take to help narrow down? Because I'm fine with breaking into 7, but considering that 3 went to 7, it makes me think that 7's gonna go to 27 or whatever the case may be. So do you have any tips or skills that can help us narrow down where we should be searching?
Maybe hang on a minute. And I am going to attempt to attune to the local ghost field and see if I can detect and see an attempt to determine if there are ghosts or spirits in the immediate area that are not inside the boxes, so I can actually see and interact with them. And I'm attempting to use this to find the great uncle of the lovely Paula and Paulette.
Okay, roll me 2d6 then for your attune.
5 and a 2.
Okay, so that will be success with a minor issue. So you're getting out your arcane implements, you're attuning to the local ghost field, and you're trying to locate the great-great-grandfather or uncle or whatever I said it was. Sorry. And you have 7 of these things knocking back. So with that, you can tell there's no ghosts in the immediate vicinity that aren't in these lead-lined lockers, but it's going to work kind of like detect magic for you. To you, they light up once you pull your mask down.
Yep.
Yeah. You, they light up whenever you pull your mask down, kind of like detect magic. And you can kind of tell that there's really only 2 possible ones, and it's one of the ones that was in the original 3 and one of the ones that was in the 7. And the other auras are either too weak or too strong to be this particular person. Because as part of your mission, the Dimmer sisters did give you an image of their great-great-great-uncle.
Okay. I will point out the 2 and let them know that I don't know which one of these 2 is.
Okay, so then can I roll for those 2?
Okay. 1 second. The minor consequence for you is that in getting out the arcane implements, you made the power flicker in the whole building. And so we're going to cut to Vixen right quick because now the police are kind of coming down concerned.
Okay.
A,
So
a blue coat is approaching you.
She's standing by the front and she just looks around, notices the lights flicker, and is just like, oh, weird.
The blue coat goes, Miss, you might want to step away from there. Crap, where did he leave those keys?
She just stepped back. Maybe he put them in the drawers. That's where I would put them if I wanted them to be safe. And this is just, she's just offering like mom hints that aren't helpful.
Okay. You have successfully distracted the guard and gotten him looking through the desks. And he's kind of tossing around because he's like, every goddamn time I come on shift, there's something that goes fucking wrong with this goddamn specialist's vault. You would think we were keeping demons down here or something.
She's just like, she's 100% playing that innocent bystander who's just like, specials vault? Yeah. Like, did you check that? I saw some papers that you just lifted, maybe under those. Just absolute side piece.
God damn it, he probably left the building with him. I'm gonna have to go track him down. You're lucky Eddings closed that door behind y'all. Otherwise, it would look like it was unlocked.
Thank you, Eddings.
Shout out to Eddings and shout out to Lily for being amazing.
So he's literally running out of the police station to track his coworker down somewhere within a 5-block vicinity.
Lily is like, we got less than 10 minutes. Come on.
Yep.
You've got like 3. So back to BG and Eddings. There's 2 options. Roll away.
Wait, what are the 2 the 2 you mean me rolling twice?
I put up 2 drawers.
Gotcha. All right, here we go. Come on, dice. All right, first roll.
I'm gonna let you roll, and then I'm gonna ask left or right.
Fucking frick. First roll is a 2, 2, and a 4.
Left or right?
Right.
Okay.
And the second roll is, come on. Oh, sweet. A 6, a 5, and a 1. So I did get a 6 on the left.
Okay. So on the right one, you do not manage to open it, but you have thoroughly fucked this drawer up in such a way that it's as someone was in here.
Oops.
And the left drawer you open, and it does actually contain the locket that you need.
Sweet. I am pocketing that bad boy, and we are booking it the hell out of here.
Which exit are you taking?
The smokers.
Smoking exit.
Okay, so you guys go through the morgue on your way there.
To say hi to all my friends.
All the things you put in there.
You know, it's funny you should mention that because as you're going through the morgue, you happen to run into the coroner or someone who is dragging the coroner's body, I should say.
What up?
We kind of like looked out in the corner of the whatever's dragging him. I'm assuming
Like,
like a normal person.
What? So it is a person, and Mercer goes, "Oh, what the fuck are you doing here?"
You're breaking up again, bud.
Better.
Not really.
We got nothing, robot man.
Robot.
Your beep
Better.
boop beeping.
0010010001111.
00001.
Sorry, I've never knew what that's all. I think it's the Futurama with Bender. Or Bender becomes the
Bender.
Who's
Any
the better
better?
robot? A little
Yes,
bit.
baby.
Okay, so Murs, hey, D, what the fuck are you?
I lied. Nope.
Nope.
The first few seconds were great, and then yeah, no.
Am I doing better now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So the person dragging the corner is Mercy. Shut up. I'm trying to get a body out of here, all right? All right. So look.
Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry. I just haven't seen you in a while. Is it my fault to be excited? My bad. Do
you what? You cut out.
Do you need help? I can grab the legs.
Fuck yeah. Come on. What the fuck are you doing in here anyway?
Okay. I'm not asking you about your business, so why are you asking me about mine?
All right. Fair. Is you still hanging around with that fuckhead Draven?
It's not necessarily by choice. Listen, you know what?
I kill him one day, right?
You know what? Again, there are other people in the room. You can see that, right?
Oh, hey, Eddings. It's been a minute. We met on a job like 3 years ago. God, you look old.
Mercy. Like, this is the first time BG has shown ever. So BG is going to go ahead and help Mercy, like, lift this body up. Basically, actually, take that back. BG is going to just one arm this whole corpse and just toss it over her shoulder like firemen's carry.
Okay, so you successfully carry the body out, and the guards just kind of look at you and Mercy as you pass, and particularly they look at Mercy and they're just kind of like, and Mercy just tosses them 2 coin each, and you guys walk out of there unscathed. Lily, on the other hand, you just walk out the front door.
On the way out, I'm going to try to like make it not look like we've been here, other than the fact that one of these doors was obvious.
Okay. What are you doing with the keys to evidence?
I am going to, since I heard some of the conversation, I'm going to drop them under the corner of the desk. So they're like on the floor under the desk, so that like he left the keys, but they fell off the desk, and the other guy didn't see him because clearly he didn't look there.
Okay. So you're not locking them out of their own evidence. Got it.
Why would they? Obviously, the keys were just missing.
No, actually, I probably would be locking the door. Okay. I would lock the door to the vault because it's supposed to be locked, and then like put the keys like on the floor under the desk where so
gotcha.
It looks like
Gotcha.
so it looks like it fell off the desk.
You pre-lock the door and yeet the keys across the room into the underside of the desk. That's like if you were trying to escape your house.
Okay. Do I have to be inside to lock the or to lock the side door?
So no, you do not.
Okay. So what I want is vault locked, keys on the floor under the desk, and go up the side door with Mercy and EG. Be like, yep, we're out of here.
Okay. Right. So you guys get out, and I'm going to ask each of you to roll me 1d6 on your way out.
Got a 4.
What did you get, Carl?
I got a 3.
You, Lily?
I got a 3.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Okay. Well, you guys make it out. You have the locket in your possession. BG, you have a second locket, nearly identical, minus the color.
You're chunking, my boy.
Better
So
than
I have
20s.
the one in my position. That's all I got. My possession.
Yeah. So you lock and
My man, I can't hear you.
Yeah, breaking up again.
It's like he's
So
trying to
bad.
say something, I swear.
This
Thank
is
you,
important information. We must write it down.
010010. I didn't catch the last. Was that a 2?
Sorry about that.
You're sorry about that, but it's still the same. I just caught those individual words.
Is it better now?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
We heard that one, boss.
So you have 2 lockets in your possession. You guys make it out fine. A couple guards made some coin. And Mercy now knows that you roll with Eddings.
It's all right.
Is it that?
Who is Mercy?
Mercy is big backstory here. So there is my alleged backstory is my father was a blue coach and my mother killed him for some reason we don't know. My mother is in jail. Mercy, we have no really clarity on whether she was a friend or foe of either one of my parents. But after that situation went down, Mercy became my mentor. Mercy at one point herself was also a blue coach, but something happened related to Draven that now has led her to kind of be a sociopathic maniac that enjoys murder and killing. And so she took me under her wing, and that's why I also crave killing people. Was that a good summary?
Okay.
Yeah.
I
You
probably
hit every key point. You did great.
Thank you so much. I was like, I hope I recall all this properly.
I'm going
you're breaking up again.
Yeah, Chunky Town again.
Won't you take me to?
Chunky Town. I was thinking the same thing.
Also, same. I was 100% on that page.
So glad we're all
The gang takes one heat.
No, don't do that.
Not one heat.
Your heat is getting pretty high.
In here.
So the gang takes 1 heat because it kind of remembers. Yeah, it looks like they might have been here.
Is the heat from the blue coat?
Heat in general.
Oh, just in general. Okay, I was wondering if it was like a specific.
So, like, people are
It's in
noticing
general.
us more, basically.
Yeah, they got
And how
one
do
of
we
you
lower our
is right.
We just stop doing things?
Actually, yeah.
I wish I knew the solution to this problem.
But yeah, agreed. I wish I knew what was happening.
I think we are having enough technological deals. Wow.
I love the just stop talking because I messed up my words. I'm just not gonna finish my sentence.
Okay, better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, every time we're just going to say no.
The fiance has streaming. She's waiting to get done.
I can tell she's so ready to be done and start streaming. Let's get home. Solve this.
So you guys made it home. We will solve the heat another day, but you do downtime activities to reduce heat.
Question: is the downtime? Oh, sorry, never mind. I can just ask later. Totally fine.
And the Dimmer sisters are still going to be waiting on that locket unless you plan to drop it off today.
I was taking it right back to them.
I was gonna say I am dope with taking it right back.
I'm not trying to sit on a haunted thing for 2 ghost girls. No.
Right? No.
The only reason why I would do that.
Oh,
Thank
but
you.
Lily
Mhm.
will inform BG that the other one would be a good bargaining chip to get extra leeway in their favor.
Ah, that's a good idea. I wanted to
Because they
have.
like haunted and they like haunted things. And so if you have this other haunted thing, they'll be happy.
Yeah, I wanted to have Eddings
Adding
do it first to see if there was anything we can get out of it, and then come to them with like, hey, we also have this thing with this knowledge of this. I'm coming to you as an apprentice because I myself would like to become possessed like one of you. Can I use this as my tool to like be the gateway to get like you? That was my goal there.
So my recommendation is we return the first amulet and we act like the second one doesn't exist until we're ready.
Mhm. We just vaguely allude to perhaps. Actually, if they don't ask, we'll say nothing.
They don't have
Nope.
to know
Nope.
anything.
Nope. If they don't ask, we can say nothing.
There you go.
Okay,
That's how we.
you head to the Dimmers and Paulette. They go, oh boy, my connection's fucking up. Better.
Yes.
So Paula and Paulette go, thank you. We so enjoy having our uncle back. Now, uncle, don't wander like that ever again, or there will be more trouble. You're free to come and go from our facilities as needed. Please use them to your advantage.
Thanks. I
Oh.
hope you and your uncle have a great tea time.
Oh, and as for the other objects you procured, I don't
That's fine.
recommend keeping it for too long. She can be
You want it?
quite troublesome.
So, question:
I don't
the
think we can.
the skills of perception that you have are those that I aim to obtain. You already called me the angry one. You're really aware of my goals. You already know I have this on me, so obviously you already know my intent. Can I stay here with you for a bit to start learning how to obtain the things that I want?
Lily looks at BG and is like, I guess I could wash your laundry and take care of your cockroaches.
How did you know I had pet cockroaches? That was a secret.
Well, now you do.
Oh, most certainly. You're welcome to stay, but I don't think we'll be able to help you with that one.
BG's just gonna kind of stare and nod.
He should just stay at home with us.
Perhaps Eddings or his master would be of better service for that particular spirit's needs.
All right, BG's gonna put it on and tuck it into her chest, and then just say, like, okay, I'll follow up with him on that. But as for what I'm here for, you know why I came here. I did what you asked of me.
We absolutely can teach you that.
Perfect. That's all I need.
Oh, and Lily, was it?
Was it like you're not already aware? Yeah?
Here, and take this. We are no longer in need of it, and it does belong to your family.
Can I ask what you used it for?
No.
I already did.
She hands you back an 80-year-old wine cask.
Lily looks extremely excited to have this wine back in her hands.
The wine looks like it has fermented far quicker than 80 years.
That's okay. I'm gonna take this bottle of fermented wine. I'm done here. I ain't got nothing else to do. BG, I ain't sleeping here. I'm leaving. You ready?
And ladies and gentlemen, that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Yeah, I'm
Sounds
gonna drink
perfect to
this
me.
bottle of unfermented wine. Hey, you know I don't like those fucking Dimmer sisters. They're creepy.
Venomous.
Bye, guys.
God damn it, Derek.